8 months ni. And the product is still on the market. You
don't know these streets like we do.
Let me drop a couple of press releases and then we move on. Mama starting free FDA for release or about with respect to Tasty Tom tomato mix. Producers, why already and now they are two and real quick respectively. Tasty Tom, we'll start from the first one out of 3, and then I'll start reading. Okay, so Charles gonna choose Scabo Benjamin. You also here dropping us 5 emojis. Now, in a press release dated 3rd of August 2025, today being the 3rd, into next Sunday, 24-hour economy in here, Juma or Ghana, into FDA for no, or year Juma chese 247 Monday to Monday, no days off. Then Oma drop a letter be a chim say Oma suspended the manufacture of Tasty Tom tomato mix. The press release says Accra, dating Accra 2025 August 3rd. The Food and Drugs Authority, that's the FDA, has suspended the manufacture of Tasty Tom enriched tomato mix with immediate effect. A market recall of all canned tomato and rich tomato mix products and specific batch of the product in pouches. One was the pouch and no yes, was this specific ones, specific batches of the product that are in the pouches. They are talking about 380 grams, and there were also the 105 kg pouches that was earlier directed by the FDA. Now, it goes on to say that the suspension follows consumer complaints and FDA's investigation of Nutri-Foods Ghana Limited manufacturing plant, which established infractions on standards and quality. Maintenance of the critical manufacturing equipment was poor, and the monitoring systems were inadequate to protect the health and safety. Or say, the lapses at the manufacturing plant affected the integrity of canned products by compromising the sealing mechanisms, leading to contamination and bloating the product in pouches. Na tomato paste ne kiti bi na shem amanfo etirem say o ma report as say FDA e de omani akohwemo say no problem wo ebi wo kra apanfo besom chezo ombeti ade no so na mframa nkwa ne gine, but that's just on the other side. Let me go on to read what the press release says. I say mold was found on some of them, raising serious health and safety concerns, hence the suspension and product recall. This is a bit na say tomato paste na nkasa no ubeteso na say. Now, in line with the FDA's commitment to transparency and accountability, internal investigations have commenced to ascertain if there were regulatory lapses, particularly because Nutri-Food had earlier in January 2025 been barred from manufacturing the product. Hey. January no muka aseme ma omunye na say what January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Jesus is Lord. 8 months ni. And the product is still on the market. Wow. Let me finish up with the write-up, the release. Any dereliction of duty identified will be swiftly dealt with in order to strengthen the FDA's regulatory oversight. And the last page of the release says the authority advises consumers, retailers, and wholesalers to take note of this directive and act accordingly. We will continue to exercise rigorous oversight in accordance with our mandate to protect the public health and safety. For any further information regarding this publication, please contact the FDA or any contact below. And it's signed by the AG Chief Executive Officer for Food and Drugs Authority. That's the FDA. Ghana. We any assembly in our area. And I mean, when I saw it, it drew my attention to a couple of releases that they've done so far. Men who say or more yes, I releases maybe for others to know that maybe there's a certain product on the market and any good for consumption. So well, it's in line, and they are drop. We are waiting to also hear from producers of Tasty Tom. Now it's important that we talk about it, because in our day-to-day activity, Charlie, we buy food outside. Oh, Charlie, so if this is not of concern to you, no, so I think in it's January now. They ban to a year Tasty Tom. So I think I've seen Tasty Tom on the shelves. Who Tasty Tom on the shelves? Yo, production also. Haven't you seen Tasty Tom on the shelves being sold this year? So if say January no more so why were we still seeing them? And I said now was for a specific batch of it. But anyway, oh man, Yankoswe now. I just wait. I mean, in near say Tasty Tom for penny for no so be out about my information, because I can confidently say that before traveling, I think I've been outside the country for like a month. Yeah, virtually like a month and some weeks. Yeah, I'm fans about 6 weeks be. But before traveling, me who Tasty Tom was shelves so Ghana. So what happened? What exactly happened during that? So most catch so munjai in January 2025 they are. The NL system num sa recall no ni ho man. What was it? Like adding to the take effect FDA mumra clean on that, and also penny forward Tasty Tom so mumra clean on that.
You don't know these streets like we do.
We show.